All right, so today I wanted to show you guys a shortcut, an honest to goodness shortcut you can take to factoring these trinomials. There's one catch though. Your trinomial has to start with just an x squared term. There's no number in front of it like 3x squared. This doesn't work on those. So if you've seen this, you may have already seen this working through some of the problems. If you have, great. You probably know where this is headed. If you haven't, it was really kind of easy to overlook, but it's really easy to use too. So again, everything that I'm going to show you today, it has to be a trinomial with no coefficient out front. So like if this were 2 into the second, it doesn't work. It has to just be an into the second. So you're going to focus on the 56 like we've always done. And I need to come up with all the numbers that multiply to 56. So again, it takes just a few seconds to come up with your list. It's not that big of a deal. 3 doesn't work, 4 and 14. 5 doesn't work, 6 doesn't work, 7 doesn't work. Where are we at? 7 does work, 7 times 8. Okay, and that's the whole list right there. Took me just a few seconds, minus a mistake, and it worked. So I want the pair that adds up to 15. So normally what I would have you guys do, and this is where you can time out. I'm just going to work this out the long way. N squared plus 8n plus 7n. We've done these, so on, so on. Okay, so greatest common factor on the left is n, which leaves n plus 8. Greatest common factor on the right is 7, which leaves, try a different pen here, which leaves n plus 8 again. Okay, so this thing factors into n plus 8 times n plus 7. The shortcut is just that. You still have to do the kind of beginning work over here where you come up with your numbers, but then all of this junk in the middle, I am giving you permission to skip this. The numbers that you come up with are the numbers down here in your factors. Okay, you know, or you should know, that because of this n squared, each factor is going to have an n, and an n. It's going to start out n at the beginning, n at the beginning, and then basically just fill in the blanks after your variables with whatever numbers you came up with. If it was 7 and 8, plus 7 plus 8. If it had been like a minus 7, you would just put the sign in there appropriately. So we'll just do a bunch of these real quick, because once you do a couple, they're not hard at all. I know that this is going to factor into x and x because of the x squared. That's the only way I can create an x squared is an x times an x. So now I need to come up with the two numbers to put here and here that multiply to negative 63 and add to 2. Well, that's, whoops, I got my sign backwards. All right. That is a positive 9 and a negative 7. I don't have to do any of the splitting stuff in the middle. I can jump straight to the end. These work all the time. If it starts out with a x squared or n squared, p squared, whatever your variable is. Okay, numbers that multiply to 21. Make that short list if you need to. Find the pair that also adds to 10. It is 3 and 7. That's it. The better you are at your multiplication tables, the quicker and faster you can do these. Okay, it's not a race though. I don't care if it takes you time to do these, but I'm just saying. So 36. Again, make your list. 1 times 36 if you need to. If you don't need to make your list, don't make the list. But it is not a long one. Okay? And then the last one is a pair of 6s. Those are all the numbers that multiply to 36. Pick the one that adds up to 13. It's got to be 9 and 4. It's going to factor x plus 9, x plus 4. Okay? So this one's going to split a times a, and then I'm going to need a plus 8 and a minus 1. Okay. If you want to go back, if you need to go back and redo any of the factoring assignments, the 7.5 assignments only, go back and do them. Okay. You can use this shortcut on any of them. It will work. Maybe that'll speed up the process for you a little bit. All right. Have a good day, guys.